Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture in which we are going to apply the concepts of capillarity that we have studied in our previous lectures for the determination of vertical stresses in soil when the soil is having some capillarity zone present in it. So let me show you a soil profile. Let us assume that this is your ground level, and now let us assume that this is your normal water table level. So this is GWT, and now I am assuming that obviously as the soil above the normal water table is having some voids, then it is possible that water will rise in the soil above this normal water level. And I am assuming here that this particular soil is now completely saturated because of the presence of capillary raised water in the soil. And here I am assuming that this zone is nothing but this is a capillarity saturated zone, whereas below that it was the water table. That means obviously below that the weight of a soil will obviously increase with gamma saturated. Now, as we have already studied about the variation of water pressure due to capillarity, you already know the variation of pore water pressure in the capillary zone. You know that the water pressure in the capillarity zone is negative, and it is maximum negative at the top of the capillarity zone. Let us mark these particular depths as equals to be Z1 and Z2, or let me write down that this particular level is nothing but this is HC, because that is the capillarity rise, whereas after that this is your Z depth. So that is just to generalize the expression that we will get. But yes, you can put any value for the value of HC or for the value of Z. But now let us understand that you already know the water pressure variation due to the capillarity, and as this ground level is nothing but that is also the topmost level for the capillarity zone, we can here say that at the top of capillarity zone there is maximum negative suction pressure, and that is equals to be gamma W into HC in the water pressure. So here I can directly draw that here the value of water pressure will be nothing but that will be negative, and it will be equals to be minus gamma W into HC, whereas the normal water level is present here. So at the normal water level the water pressure will become equals to be 0, and hence there will be a variation of water pressure as like this, as linear variation. And at this particular level you will see that the water pressure will be equals to be gamma W into depth below the normal water level, and the depth below the normal water level is nothing but that is Z. So above the normal water level the water pressure is negative, and below that water pressure is positive. But now if you observe here what will happen in the pipe, let us understand that if this is the water that is being raised in this capillarity pipe, then this water is being actually pulled up in the upward direction because of the surface tension force. But see, this is actually an internal force for the combination system of a pipe or tube and water. So as this is the internal force for this overall system, what you can see that the overall force should be balanced. But as water is trying to move up or rise up, please understand if there is a table here, and of course there is a table that might not be visible to you, but if I want to rise up from this table, what you will see that my body is actually moving in the upward direction and there is a force on my body in the upward direction, but to move up I am actually applying a force in the downward direction on the table. Yes or no? So what is the surrounding for the water here? For water, surrounding in this particular case is the tube or the solids in the actual soil. So as the water is actually trying to move up, or the water is subjected to some force in upward direction, then this water will also exert some force on the soil solids in the downward direction to move up. And hence what I can see here, that this tube will be exerted by some downward force, and that pressure will be equal. Yes or no? So here what I can say, that if I am talking about the effective stress, variation, then I can say that as there is an upward pressure on the water in this level, then at the same level soil solids will also be subjected to a downward pressure, and that will be equals to be the maximum negative pressure, and that is equals to be gamma W into HC. So here what I can say, that here the effective pressure will be equals to be plus gamma W HC. So what I have written here, that in capillarity, what I can say here, that water is subjected to upward stress of, what is the value of upward stress? That is equals to be gamma W into HC, while solids will be subjected to downward stress. And as you already know, that this downward stress should be taken as positive in the soil. So that is positive for the sigma dash. But if I am talking about the total stress, so what is total stress? That is, the total stress is the overall force acting on the soil. But if I ask you that what is this surface tension force for this particular system, it is the internal force. And yes, it is the internal force, but weight is actually the overall force. So here, if water is present, then the weight of water will be obviously an absolute force. And hence what I can say, that if water is present here, then it does not matter whether that is capillarity sucked water, or it is a flowing water, or it is a stationary water. If water is present, then its weight should also be present. And if the weight of the water that is filled in the voids is considered, then the overall weight of the soil should be varied with gamma saturated. So whether the soil is capillarity saturated or normally saturated, what I can say, in both the type of saturation, water weight will act, and hence the value of total stress will vary with the gamma saturated, whether the water present in water is flowing, moving upward, downward, or capillarized or normal. In all the cases, if water is present, then the total weight of the soil will increase with gamma saturated. So what I can see here, that the value of total stress will increase with gamma saturated, and as this particular force, that is of gamma W into HC, is actually an internal force for the overall system, it will not affect the total pressure. So hence you can here say that the value of sigma dash will increase with the same value, and that value of increase will be at a rate of gamma saturated. So initially you can here say that it will be increased up to the value of gamma saturated into HC, and after that again the further increase will be because of gamma saturated into Z. So overall value of the total stress at the bottom will be equals to be gamma saturated into HC plus Z. So this is the overall value of the total stress. But let me make a note for this also, so that you can revise it again. What I have said, that the total stress, that is the total stress depends on the presence of water. Depends on the presence or absence of water, or absence of water. And it does not depend on whether water is flowing, water is moving or flowing, or stationary, or it is capillarized, Obviously, the total stress will increase with the gamma saturated, because the weight of water will also act on the soil itself. So this is the variation of total stress. Now let us understand that what will be the value of the effective stress at this level. So let me write down this particular level as the level of AA. This is the level AA. Let me do the calculation on another slide. So what I can say, that what will be the effective stress at level AA? That will be equals to be total stress at AA minus pore water pressure at AA. Yes or no? So what is the total stress at AA? That is gamma saturated into HC. And what is the value of your pore water pressure? So let me check that. See, I am going to check about this particular level. The value of pore water pressure is 0, whereas the total stress is equals to be gamma saturated into HC. So pore water pressure is equals to be 0. So what I can write down, that this is 0. So this will be equals to be gamma saturated into HC only. And this can be written as gamma W into HC plus gamma submerged into HC. Yes or no? Why? Because you already know that gamma submerged is equals to be nothing but that is gamma saturated minus gamma W. So I am just using this here. Fine. But you already know that this particular term was already present at the ground level. So this is actually the increase in the effective stress. See, this is already present value and this is the increase in the effective stress. So what is the value of increase in the effective stress? That is your HC into gamma submerged. So let me write down here in this particular diagram. See, this term is already present. After that, what is the value increased here? That is nothing but that is this increase is gamma submerged into HC. Yes or no? Now, let me determine that what will be the value of effective stress at this particular level, that is BB at the bottom. So effective stress at BB level, that will be equals to be total stress at BB minus pore water pressure at BB. What is the total stress? That is gamma saturated into Z plus HC, whereas what is the value of pore water pressure? That is equals to be gamma W into Z. Let me show you that again. At this level, the total stress is gamma saturated into HC plus Z, whereas what is the value of pore water pressure? That is only gamma W into Z. So I have just wrote all the same values here. What I can write down that as gamma saturated into Z plus gamma saturated into HC minus gamma W into Z. So you already know that gamma saturated is nothing but that is gamma W into Z plus gamma submerged into Z. That is for the first term. Second term can also be written as gamma W into HC plus gamma submerged into HC minus gamma W into Z. So from here you can simply cancel out these two terms and that will be equals to be gamma submerged into Z plus gamma W into HC plus gamma submerged into HC. Now compare the values of effective stress at AA level. So these two terms were present already. These are the same two terms. Whereas what is the increased value? So increased value is nothing but that is gamma submerged into Z. So this is your increase in the effective stress. So again, write down the same thing here, that after that value, this will be same carried forward, but after that the another increase is nothing but that is this increase is gamma submerged into Z. So the overall value is nothing but that is equals to be gamma W into HC plus gamma submerged into HC plus gamma submerged into Z. So this is the overall value of the effective stress. So from here, what you have observed? You have observed that the total stress does not depend on whether the water is moving or not, it is capillarized or not, or it is just stationary. Total stress only depends on the presence or absence of water, and if water is present and the soil is saturated, you just have to use gamma saturated for the soil. So what I can write down here, that total stress depends only on, total stress actually varies, that I have already written that what it depends on. So total stress varies with gamma saturated in saturated soil, whereas what I can say about the effective stress, I can simply say about the effective stress that effective stress varies with gamma submerged in saturated soil, So that is our observation, and this is the variation of your effective stress, total stress, and pore water pressure in the capillarity zone. Obviously, we are going to solve some numericals also on the basis of this concept, so that will boost your confidence and understanding of the concept even more than this. But for now, for this lecture, I am ending this lecture here only, and we will meet again in our next lecture with some more concepts. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.